Well, let's immediately carry on with some beautiful requests. The next one was ARM. Joseph asked about ARM, and I think he's maybe wanting to buy it. I'm a little bit nervous to buy all these commodity counters at such high levels. For me, it makes me a little bit nervous. But I mean, there's a lot of viewers here that love to trade the momentum. The moment the share makes a new high, they just climb in and they buy it. I know there's always a ruling to say a new high is always followed up with another new high. Now, let's have a look here. We're on quite a strong resistance here. Joseph, can you see there? We're right at the top here. And I just want to draw in this line. Look at that resistance there. I mean, the big level there is that 306 Rand and 23 cents. If it breaks above that, I think we can go much higher, because what do we see then? We see this left shoulder. I can maybe just draw that line in a little bit better. There you are. There's the left shoulder. There's the massive head, tiny right shoulder, and then it can take this, can you believe it, all the way to about 360 Rand. So, Joseph, yes, I think if you want to chase it, you can do so. I just want to add a little bit of a stochastic in here, just to see how it looks like, because a lot of these commodity counters had some wonderful rallies. I mean, they almost surprised everybody. Let's just have a look there. No, it's not overbought, so it can easily bounce off there. So only buy above that. There's the exact level, 305.95. Make use of a stop loss of 277.13. First target will be the projection from the right shoulder's bottom to the neckline, projected to the top is about 325, and then of course all the way up to 600 Rand. Let's have a look at clicks for Tinus. And Tinus is keen on clicks, and I want to show him a weekly chart here, because some of these charts only starting to go up now. And remember, all these companies are involved with the medical industry, and although some of their shops were maybe looted in the KwaZulu-Natal, Johannesburg area, I mean, but look at this rally. If you look at this chart, I mean, there's just no way that you can just buy it. For me personally, I had a client this morning again asking me about some levels where you can buy. I mean, for a share that run from 241 in a matter of 3-4 weeks to 291, there's just no way that I can buy it. In actual fact, what worries me a little bit on this chart is, look what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing here, there's the resistance line. There you are. It's right at the top there. And there's the support line. And if we look at that, we can easily see that it's a beautiful rising wedge in the making. But we're right at the top, but then we need to turn around from 292.51. There's the 40-week moving average, so everything is still honky-dory. Only below 253.02, this share will bother me. Otherwise, it will just carry higher, probably go to 300 and even back to 320. Massive rally. I mean, there's nothing wrong. Remember, the price to earnings ratio of this share is sitting at a 37. That's a little bit toppish for me. And then I had a few requests around 10 cent, Naspers and Prosus. So let's do, first of all, let's do Naspers. Because there's so many traders that just wants to buy this company. I picked up something interesting here. Let's just, the moment I show you, you guys will probably pick it up, because when I got all those requests, I thought, wait, maybe I must just go and check something out for me. And I've immediately put in some volume. Now look at this volume spike here. This is now Naspers. I mean, for this share, if to trade in a day, how's that? 35 million shares for Naspers that traded. And that was, the date was exactly on Tuesday, the 17th of August. And what do we see here? We see a gap there. And we see a share that's under huge pressure. Just have a look there. Huge pressure. But look at that gap. That gap is between 22,555 Rand on the dot. And it will close only at 2,590 Rand. That's where it will close. But this candle has a tiny little shadow here, and I wonder if this is not the place where some guys just came in and bought it. So there's one of two things. Either we're going to see Naspers now tumble right down to the end of the world, you can almost say. But if it turns around from here, this guys that bought it on volume here, they will easily say to themselves, listen guys, we're going to hang on to the share. Now the bottom of this will be 22,340 Rand and 80 cents. That's the low of that candle. While that low is intact, we can easily see that Naspers turns around here and it can go all the way back. I mean, there's so many targets. It's first this gap. Then you've got the target of 2,767.42, 2,864.04, even 3,000, well, 2,999.88. Let's call it 3,000. There's plenty upward momentum. So if you do want to buy it and you believe this volume, buy it as close as possible, especially on a reversal candle. That will be my first goal. If it goes below 2,340 Rand 80, just leave the stock alone, because it can go much lower, because all these buyers then will be disappointed and they can easily offload the shares. If it does bounce from here, use this low of 2,340 Rand and 80 cents as your stop loss, because while that low is intact, it tells you that these buyers are happy with their purchase. So that's the idea there. Let's have a look at Prosus. And I think that will probably be the same thing with Naspers as with Prosus. Here you are. And remember, these guys are still busy with a value unlock. Now, this is a difference. Yes, there was a spike on volume. In actual fact, this chart looks a bit better to me. And the reason why I'm saying that, first of all, it is nice, strong volume. It's a green candle, a beautiful dragonfly candle that tells you that there was guys that were buying the dips. And look what I see here. There was 32 million shares traded on this stock. So yes, a massive lot of stocks traded. And the other thing, look at the Prosus. It's not on a new low. The low of the other day was 1,141 Rand. I throw away the cents. That was the low. And today's low, well, that was the Tuesday low, was 1,208 Rand. So for me personally, if you want to buy it, you buy it above this candle. I'm just going to show you the line. And there you are. I will enter into a long there. There's it. Above 1,254 Rand. I'll make use of my stop loss, the low of that candle, 1,208 Rand on the dot. And then it can go, I mean, I'm just going to 1,301, 1,349, and 1,000. Oh, there's another gap between 1,377.54 and 1,381.91. This chart looks better, so make your choice. You can buy either of them, but it looks like Prosus, if I look at the chart, because I've got a higher low in place, looks like, let's call it a more solid chart than with Naspers. Let's have a look at Harmony. Skoliso asked me about Harmony. Let's have a look. I mean, the gold counters, I mean, Harmony lost a lot of momentum in the last couple of days, even weeks. There you are. Let's have a look here. I mean, can you believe it? Harmony goes all the way from 80 Rand down to 51 Rand. Up it goes, then down. There was a little gap. It closed it today or the day before. And it looks like that the momentum wants to turn around. And what I like about it, look at it. There's the low. There's another low. That can be a double bottom. But where will the double bottom come into place? Only above, when it can get above there. There you are. Just want to draw that line in. There you are. Only above this candle. That high is sitting at 62.90. If it gets above that, this double bottom will be confirmed. And then it can go up all the way back to 75.05. So if you do buy it, what I like about it, look at it, it's a beautiful Arami candle, but it's also a dragonfly candle. Look at that strong candle shaven top here, nice belt outline, so that tells you there's momentum to the top, and I like it. For me, my next target will be 158.13, 60.89, and then above this one 62.90, we know that the momentum can really pick up to the top. But I mean, if you want to buy, make use of a stop loss. I will use this as my stop loss, 51 rand and 40 cents. Let's have a look at Jubilee. Errol asked about Jubilee. He was disappointed because he wanted to know that Jubilee must go much higher. He wanted to see that, but the share did not do that. The share actually had a bit of a breather, and he's now worrying what is going to happen with Jubilee. Why is it pulling back? And there you are. What I like about Jubilee, after the sell-off that we've seen, tweezer bottom here, it looks like a solid chart here. After the nice sell-off, I like a tweezer bottom because it tells you there's some buyers close to this 288 level. It's at 307. Where can I put my stop loss if I do buy it, Errol? First of all, the best place maybe to buy is only below, above this line. When this trend line breaks, it can be like that. There you are. So probably only buy it about 322, but this is already a solid indicator. I will buy it above the high of that candle. That will be 311. My stop loss will be 290. That's the low of that candle. And where's my targets? It can be 317. Then, of course, 322 to break that trend line. 340. And there's a beautiful gap. There's the gap. Let's just maybe take it away and show you there. That is between 345 and 351. That's where the gap closed. I mean, but it's still, that gives you almost a 10-12% gain on your purchase. So, well, look out for Jubilee. There's maybe an option there to buy it. Look for that stop loss. Don't throw your stop loss away because it's a strange market. The S&P collapses, everything will come down with it. Well, visit our website, www.fransdeclerc.com, for more info, and we will chat again.